Not just any old mukbang, but baby, Jamaican.
Tell me what you see in me.
Hey YouTube, it's your girl Teak So Chic. As you guys can see from the title, we have decided to do a mukbang. Not just any old mukbang, but baby, Jamaican. So I did a poll on Instagram and I told y'all, I gave y'all 3 choices. Out of these 3, what should I do? And baby, y'all went in on the Jamaican. I had Asian, Mexican, and Jamaican. Jamaican had about 72-ish%. So here we are. I'm not a Jamaican person. I rarely eat Jamaican. I probably had it like once. This is my first time having this particular Jamaican place. So I'm hoping that it's good and they're supposed to be watching. So if y'all are watching, hey, thank y'all so much for preparing this food for me. Hold on one second, let me get that card. All right, so I did go get their card. They are Island Paradise. This is their business card. If you are in the Columbia, South Carolina area, they are located on 4435 Hardscrabble Road, Suite A. So y'all make sure y'all check them out. I have not tasted the food yet. The only thing I did taste was the jerk chicken. And I'm gonna tell y'all about that in a second. So I'm gonna show y'all my food really quick, and then we're gonna get straight into it. Before we get started, I need to tell y'all this brief little story when I went to go get my food. So I called the place, didn't know what to get because again, I don't eat Jamaican food. So I called and I'm like, hey, you know, I'm calling asking questions. So I'm like, what would you recommend me getting for my first time, you know, with the Jamaican? And I was like, I don't like hot stuff. So I was like, is the jerk chicken hot? And she was like, well, it's not that spicy. I was like, so as far as spice level, should I get curry or jerk? And she was like, well, if you don't like spice, but it's not spicy, but if you don't like spice, get curry. So I ended up getting the curry chicken. So I get to the place, I saw 2 guys in there, and one was on the phone, the other one was just, you know, getting acquainted. So he was like, hey, how you doing? I was like, good. He was like, how's your new year going? I was like, you know, mine is going well. How about yours? So he tells me about his new year, and I had to go ahead and promote the YouTube channel. So I told him my YouTube channel name, what I was doing, why was I getting Jamaican that day or that evening. And so, long story short, he got my contact information, told me that the food was gonna be good, this, that, and the third. So the owner comes out, eventually the owner comes out and she's like, you're the one who called, da, da, da. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I want you to taste, I can't talk like them, so like, it's no offense, I'm just trying to, she was like, I want you to taste the jerk chicken. And you tell me if it's spicy. So y'all, she went in the bag and got me a little sample, little bowl. This is a sample she got me. And this is the sample she gave me. So she gave me, let me taste the jerk, and then she let me taste the brown stew. I didn't taste the brown stew, but when I taste that jerk, baby. Baby, so good. So I should have got jerk chicken, but I ended up getting curry. So, y'all, it's so good. And after all that, she was like, it's got a little kick to it, but it's not hot. And, you know, long story short, at the end of this conversation, y'all, they done asked me to do a commercial for the sauce. Network, baby. 2023, we trying to network. That's what we doing. All right, so y'all, we're gonna get straight into this video. Let's go. Okay, so as you all know, everybody talks about New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And a lot of people don't like the term resolution. Like, I see it all the time. Like, if you're talking to somebody will say, girl, ain't me different year. Like, nobody likes the word resolution because it's kind of like a cliche and it's kind of like a cringe. I'm gonna look up the definition of New Year's resolution. And so a New Year resolution is a promise to do something different in the new year, which I don't have a problem with resolutions because it's a promise that you should make a promise to yourself to do better. So if that's something, as I was telling one of my friends the other day, and shout out, that's what I need to do. Shout out to Cece. I'm wearing her brand, which is Make Impact. Shout out to her. This is one of my shirts that I won in the giveaway. Bow, bow. So shout out to Cece. I'm gonna put her channel here. Make sure y'all go follow her. She's trying to get to her 1,000. She's close, so y'all make sure y'all follow her. But like I was stated, a New Year's resolution is just a promise to do something different. And so I think that, like I was telling C, it's okay to, even if you don't accomplish it, I'm gonna say it every single year. I'm gonna do something new every year. I'm gonna make a goal. I'm gonna make a promise to myself every single year because something's gonna shape one of these years. But the problem is, I think And I think the difference between a resolution and a goal is I think that those resolutions that we make are too broad. I think that if we narrow it down and be specific in what we are wanting from that particular new year, I think we can reach those goals. So I want to go ahead and get into my 5 goals that I plan on working on in this new year. So of course, I looked at the definition of goals, and a goal is an ambition or effort towards an aim or a desired result. Listen here, the key word is desired. So that means that we do not have to be perfect. We do not have to be perfect individuals. And I feel like I went through a spell a couple of years ago trying to be perfect. And I feel like that's the greatest mistake we can make, is trying to be perfect. But make an effort. A goal is to make an effort towards a desired result. So here are my 5 goals that I plan on making a resolution for the year of 2023. First one, let me get a piece of my food first, child. All right, first goal. My first goal is to get back to prayer. Y'all, I get emotional when I talk about prayer. I get emotional when I talk about God. I get emotional when I talk about anything along those lines, because I'm real sensitive. Like all my friends know, start talking about God long enough, T gonna start crying. But it's because I really feel passionate about God. Once again, I went through the stage of wanting to be perfect. But I do try to keep in mind of the fact that in order for God to reveal anything to you, in order for God to perfect you, in order for God to get you to that place, in order for you to be successful in your full authentic self that God created you to do, like God's original intention for you, you're gonna have to include Him. All right, y'all, my second goal. My second goal I have down, be intentional with my time. And that is broad, I know, but I have specifics within that broad topic. My first one is being intentional with my time on social media. That can be a big thing for me, because sometimes I can just get off social media and be like, I don't care about it. Like right now, my Facebook is deactivated. I get on Instagram when I'm kind of bored and I have nothing to do and I'm trying to buy time. I'll do that. And I'll watch YouTube videos because I love watching YouTube. Shout out to Regina and Armand and Aaliyah's Face and all of them that I be watching. CC, Keeping Up with C. Like, these are the people that I'm watching all the time. So I ain't gonna lie, I do spend more time now on YouTube. So I do want to be intentional with my time on social media, because the time that I'm spending on social media, I can be doing something else. I can be doing something with my brand, my business, catching up on. If you're gonna be on social media, do something that's gonna be worth it, like your content creation, doing stuff that's gonna benefit you. The second thing that I'm gonna be intentional with my time is on the phone. My cousin Monica, me and Monica could stay on the phone about 2-3 hours just talking, just cutting up, laughing, joking, talking about memories. Like, I can't do that this year. Monica, I love you. Can't be on the phone 2 and 3 hours no more. So I want to be intentional about talking on the phone, and, you know, just, if it's not the weekend, it's the weekday, there's some things that I could be doing. So I may spend more time on the phone during the weekend, but weekday, I gotta be intentional about doing something productive besides being on the phone. And I like talking on the phone. I hate texting. I'll text you, but I hate it. I like talking. Another thing that I like to be intentional with my time is I love to lay in the bed. I love to lay in the bed. Like, all my friends know, if they FaceTime me, I'm on FaceTime and they're gonna see me in the bed in my body. Like, I just love the bed and TV, and I just can't do that this year because I have some goals in mind. Like, I have things that I know that I need to be better and do better, and I can't do it laying in the bed. Another thing that I'm gonna be intentional with is being on time. Baby, I don't know where I got that from, because I ain't used to be like this. I used to be on time for a lot of stuff, but it's like now every time we have a function or something, I'm late. I'm never on time. So I'm gonna do better about that. The last thing that I do have on my list, and I'm sure there's many other things, but the last thing I have on my list is to go to bed early. I will sit up late at night and thinking, oh, nah, I'm good. I ain't gotta, you know. I gotta go to bed, y'all. I will go to bed at like 12, 1, and gotta get up at 5 o'clock for prayer. So that means I'm only getting 4 hours of sleep. So I'm definitely gonna do better about going to bed on time and making sure that I'm getting adequate amount of sleep. Because baby, one time, I was looking in the mirror and I kind of scrunched up a little bit and I saw them bags. Well, it was only on the one eye, it was on this one. I'm too young for bags. I mean, I ain't old, but I ain't young either, but I'm 32 years old. I'll be 33 in January 18th, 33, boom, boom, this one, whoop, whoop. But I'm not old, but I'll be 33 and bags ain't in the future right now. So I really, really, really gotta start going to bed on time because of the fact that one, I'm getting up early and I have to go to work. So I have so much going on throughout the day. I don't have time to be trying to do that. So I need to start going to bed early. Goal number 3, financially responsible. I plan on being financially responsible, well, more financially responsible this year. I'm the type of person, I will get on social media and I see, or YouTube or whatever, and let me see somebody got something that I can have in my house, because I don't buy like crazy stuff. It's like more that I'm older. It's more sort of like house stuff, and you know, I love buying those kind of things. So like I saw Aaliyah's face with the bottle glass, the soda can bottle glass in my cart. Like I buy stuff like that for the house, but that's kind of not financially responsible because you don't have it like that to just be buying stuff. Another issue I got, now I can't promise y'all this, but buying an outfit every time you got something going on, you buy a new outfit. Why, sis? So I'm gonna do better with that. Another thing that I said that I wanted to be financially responsible with is, and I wrote this in my notes, you can't go everywhere. So that means if somebody's having something and it's something that I don't have, my birthday dinners, I will go to that because, you know, people always support my birthday dinners, you know, stuff like I would do that because it's celebrating you. But sis, let's go here, let's go there, let's go everywhere. This year I can't do it because I have so many other expenses, that I have so many other things that I have to do and I have to get done. And this mindset that I have now, it's a level of, it's gonna take some discipline. It's gonna take some saying no, I can't go. I love you though, but I can't go. So in this season, baby, I'm gonna be financially responsible and I just can't go. Another way that I'm gonna be financially responsible is cooking more. Now I did get this food for y'all because I wanted it, and you know, I wanted to interact with my people, and I wanted to try the Jamaican food or whatever. This is very, very good. But I want to start cooking more, and that's going to cause me to save my money and not spending it on fast food because sometimes I'm lazy. And so I want to be better at managing my finances. I'm good at it, but managing it a little more. We cooking this year. When I'm mama say we got food at the house, that's going to be my goal this year. Now, on the weekend, I'll give that exception, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, my goal, I always try to cook on Sundays. Now, do I do it all the time? No, but that's going to be the new goal for this year as well. Number 4, we almost there. We only got 5. Number 4, I put consistency. Of course, that's broad, but we're gonna narrow it down. I need to work on consistency because I can't even be consistent with y'all. Like, I feel like my YouTube channel could be so much better, but I wasn't consistent this year. Well, I wasn't consistent in 2022. And my problem with consistency is because I want results immediately. If it takes 3 months, I'm like, man, I ain't doing this no more because it ain't working for me. But sis, it's only been 3 months. So my problem is consistency. Baby, I see the problem. I'm trying to fix it. I already know I got a problem with consistency because I get lazy, other things come up, and I abandon the things that I started with. So, and YouTube is one of them. So this year, I'm trying to be consistent, more consistent, and I'm gonna stick with it. So y'all make sure y'all, if I'm not consistent, y'all don't see these videos, go ahead and write on another one like, where you at, sis? Video, please. Get me right, get me right. I said I was gonna be consistent with working out. Now, I don't wanna work out, like, I just wanna make sure that my stomach remains the way I like it, you know, hips, my booty to sit up, those kind of things. So just making sure that I'm consistent with working out and just toning my body the way I want to. I also want to be consistent with drinking water. We starting off right. We just trying to end right. So y'all make sure y'all hold me accountable if you can. And then I want to be consistent with my social media. Posting more on social media, being vocal. I'm the person that would like to, I'll just post a video, post a quote, post a picture. I'm okay with that. But I think this year I need to be more vocal. I need to be the face behind the content. I need to show more face. So I need to be consistent with my social media as well. So my YouTubers, my fellow YouTubers, you're gonna see a lot more of me. I'm gonna be consistent this year because I need to see results. And then lastly, number 5, be that girl. It's time out for us to be downplaying ourselves. Oh, I can't do that. I can't. That's too much. That might not be for me. I'm that girl, and you have to have that mentality, not in a cocky way, but in a confident way. I'm that girl. I know who God created me to be. I already know the potential He put in me. He made me multifaceted. He allowed me to be able to do so many things. I can dance. I can hold a little tune. I love making content. I'm not shy in front of the camera. I love a good pic. It's too much He got for me to do. I'm a speaker. I'm an educator. Like, there's so much that He put in me not to be that girl. So I'm living up to my full potential this year. And with the help of God and, you know, me getting back to Him and including Him in my plans and just communicating with Him, like, God, what you want me to do? Because that's how we talk. God, what you want me to do? Because I don't know if I like that. Like, I'm honest with Him. So I know that this year, He gonna be that girl. And so under that umbrella, I put stop embarrassing God. Like, you embarrassing Him when He know what He put in you and He know who He created you to be, and you over here second guessing yourself. Like, you embarrassing this man. Like, you. So no more embarrassing God. We gotta stop doing that, and we gonna walk in purpose. And so my walking in purpose is my brand, Me Forte. I love my brand. I'm so excited about it. It's hard work, it's money, it's time, but I'm willing to go all the way for it because it's something that God gave me, and I know it came from Him. No shadow of a doubt. Like, He know that I can handle it. So why would you give it to me if you didn't think I can handle it? So He knows I can handle it. So I have to know that I can handle it. Be that girl. I know that I'm a content creator. I love making videos. I love making reels. Do it. Be that girl. I'm a speaker. I love talking. As y'all can see, I talk too much, but be that girl. So I got to get back into my speaking engagements. I love going to different places, doing women empowerment sessions. Oh, I know I ain't eat that much. I'm a picky eater. I'm a bird eater. That's what they all call me, child. I already know I'm gonna eat all this, but baby, tomorrow is coming. I'm gonna tear this up tomorrow too. But that is all for this video, y'all. I just want to let you guys know those goals and those resolutions that you guys set. If people don't like it, so what? That's them. Set a goal every year until you hit it. It's okay. It's just something to look forward to. It's just something that you can be proud to say, I can scratch this off my list because I stayed consistent. I got back to prayer. I was responsible with my finances. I'm now that girl. You know, so this is the journey that I'm taking, and I'm so excited about it. The food was amazing, y'all. I would definitely go back. I would give it a 10 out of 10 because it's really, really good. Like I didn't like the mac and cheese because I don't think it was flavored enough, or it was probably kind of cold. But I'll doctor it up because I'm still gonna eat it. It just wasn't seasoned a little bit. It was kind of cold. But that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed listening to my goals. They are not goals that can't be attainable. So I think the problem with people in resolutions are we set these broad goals that we know after a couple months I ain't gonna finish that. But with me being intentional and me staying and not thinking about the future, but just living in that moment and trying to knock that out in the moment. And these are attainable goals. Like, these are not over the top. But it's something I need to work on. Because I heard somebody say on a YouTube video one time, if your goal doesn't blow your mind, then you need to, these gonna blow my mind, because if I accomplish these, it's gonna blow my mind. So these are my goals. So until next time, guys, don't let the devil use you. He ain't your friend. I'm just saying, I'm your girl, Teach Your Sheet, making impact. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in my next video. Bye.